Hey guys, hello readers. I'm back with a new book. Just a little notice. I just started my Kick account and the name is Reading with Leona 95. What I do there is read the books, and on YouTube I do the summaries. But if you want to go, you just follow me there in the Kick account. Once again, the username is Reading with Leona 95, and in me is reading basically. So that's all the things. I just say Happy New Year. Basically, it's going to be tomorrow. We're almost done this year, 2025, and 2026 is coming. And other things, and just in the new year, we are going to read in the Key account, and everything's going to continue that. So today or tonight, I got this book, The Way Bridge by David McCullough. Okay, so what's about this book? This book is historic and it's about a bridge. So it's not a novel, but I think history is something important you have to know. And what's exactly found out in this book, it surprised me so much. So, as you guys know, I always took my notes because it's important. So, the Great Bridge is a monumental historical a thing, a material you can touch it, but more than thing, I think as a feature or as a bridge or something like that. This bridge is important because it took 3 generations of family to build, alright? And this family is the Roblin. First was John E. Roblin, who taught how to build it, but he died lamentably. And then his son Washington Roblin decided to continue with the father construction, but also he does building the bridge. And the next one is his wife of Washington. She's, oh, I didn't do the name, but I thought it was his wife, right? The wife of, I'm not sure. I think I have the note here. Why? Oh my goodness. She was an important figure, but for some reason it's not here. Oh my god, I forget the name of his wife, but she's so important, guys. Let me tell you this, she's so important because she is the first person who crossed it. By the way, I'm talking about the Brooklyn Bridge. She's the first person who crossed it because she is the person who finished the project. However, after that, during the construction, many things happened, something incredible. First of all, John decided to innovate using wires of suspensions to hold the bridge, because bridge he already made in the Niagara Falls, and she's changing the source for wires. When Roblin was building, a ship collided in the construction, causing the loss of top gallants and multiple injuries in May 18. And the ship was a Mexican Navy sailor named Cuauhtemoc. After a few months, Johnny Roblin died. So as I say, the person who continued the legacy will be his son, Washington Robbins, who was an engineer in the military. It's important that she was in the military and was in charge of many companies. But the governor disagreed with him because the governor of New York, I think, of the Brooklyn, I think it's the New York. You read this, you can correct me in the comments, guys. It's awful. But the governor was not according with him because he thought he will steal the money. Why? The first disaster, J. Joy Hike sold damaged wires and how many billions of dollars he lost it. And that is what causing the governor say, hey, he's robbing the money, he's taking the money from J. Joy Hike, but he acted himself and he took the money from Washington Robbins. So then continue the construction. So they make the hole on the river, and they open it, and they started to dry up the water to take it up from inside until to find only rocks and things like that. But just imagine it like this, right? And people working in the bottom, but this side is a lot of water. So many people are starting to fall in love or something like they don't want to work anymore or something like they feel tired, and many people died. And Washington say, hey, why these people is doing that? People die, I say, and that was the Caisson disease. In that time, they didn't know about the compression or decompression sickness because it was the pressure of the water. So they have to change the atmosphere. It was the pressure that killed the people in that time. And that was the fatal illness affecting workers underwater due to the rapid pressure change, and the chief Washington Robbins was affected. And soon as he has to go to home to the Reds, and then his wife took the control of his project. After that, many people wanted to be there because just imagine living between Brooklyn and New York, and you see this work continue every day like for 10 years. Just one day that project will be finished, but that they never arrived. Well, they arrived, but it was no very quickly, it was slowly. What's many things that the person who constructed has to verify. Oh, here is Emily Warren. It was the wife, Emily Warren. While she was in charge, many incidents in the construction, such as the disease on May 30 of 1883, only a week after the bridge opened to the public, the crowd had flocked the bridge like a bottleneck formed. 12 people died. When almost done, the governor wanted to J. A. Robbins to discuss about it, but he was so sick that he was to take this bridge for himself, the governor, and say, this is my project, not the Robbins project. So this president has to go to meet Washington Robbins in his home because he was so sick. While that, in May 24, 1883, the connection between Manhattan and Brooklyn making a significant symbol of city wrong. And that what happens in this book. Basically, is the history of the Brooklyn Bridge. So you can read because there are so many factors that you can imagine that happen building the Brooklyn Bridge. I didn't know about the case on the seats that impact me so much. Also the wires, the suspensions, how he built it. Some people talk the elephants, but it's not in this book, okay? So I recommend the read the Ray Bridge by David McCullough, History of Brooklyn Bridge, and let me know what is you or what things you surprised about this book. So see you next time.